we'd like to turn to the European Parliament and to Mrs. Elena Kountoura. I hope you're online, Mrs. Kountoura. And you're going to speak to us. Good morning to you. And you're going to speak to us about the importance of the safe system for Europe and indeed your upcoming own initiative report from the European Parliament. Over to you.
Thank you so much, dear Commissioner, dear Director General, dear Coordinator, dear colleagues and participants. I would like to thank the European Commission for organizing today's very important conference and for driving forward important work on the implementation of the safe system approach in the European Union. I would like to extend a special thanks to the European Coordinator for Road Safety, Matthew Baldwin, whose commitment to the cause of road safety is frankly admirable and invaluable. We often hear about the substantial progress on road safety in the previous decades, but the truth is that we are not even close to achieving the goals set for 2020. The numbers are shocking, and if anything, they do not reflect progress. They represent next-door tragedies and highlight in the most dramatic way the road safety must be a priority at a political, social, and personal level. Without strong political will from the European Union and the Member States, I'm afraid that in 10 years from now, we will be discussing again about a missed target and another new strategy needed. The good news is that for the first time we have a holistic approach on reducing road deaths and serious injuries. The safe system approach is the right approach, and I'm looking forward to hearing the first results in today's conference. We have a first set of key performance indicators which have been established in cooperation with the Member States and will be the backbone of efforts to achieve our target for 2030. However, we are only at the beginning of the safe system implementation and much more needs to be done. The KPIs and the safe system approach must be further developed and fully utilized to reach their full potential. Specifically, we need outcome targets as soon as possible and at the latest by 2023 in order to introduce strong motivation for policy change. For the same reason, we need harmonized methodology for KPIs to allow for comparison, which will in turn facilitate an exchange of best practices. And last, the Commission should be open to introducing new KPIs should the need arise and should be able to extrapolate data and specific demographic groups such as women, vulnerable citizens, and others. Let me now say a couple of words on the weaknesses and risks and that I identify on the implementation of the safe system approach at the European level. Disparities in the road safety performance between member states remain significant for various reasons. An active and leading role at the European level is a prerequisite in closing the road safety gap, not by taking competencies away from member states, but on the contrary, by empowering member states to effectively implement the safe system approach. We have a good example on how this can benefit member states. The pilot project, European Union Road Safety Exchange, that has been proposed by the European Parliament, which we hope will be renewed. The program has mobilized significant change in several member states and has highlighted the very high potential of European added value in road safety. But probably the best argument in support of strong European action in the field of road safety is the fact that such action in the field of aviation, maritime and railways has been a great success. The European Aviation Safety Agency, the European Maritime Safety Agency and the European Union Agency for Railways are doing an excellent job in ensuring the safety of the respective transport means throughout Europe and indeed the world. I'm concerned that the safe system approach and our targets for 2030 will remain wishful thinking unless the European Commission takes brave action and propose the setting up of a new agency for road transport as soon as possible, and that the member states commit to an honest and full cooperation on the KPI exercise. Allow me now to briefly turn to the key points of my report for the implementation of the safe system approach on safe infrastructure, safe vehicles, and safe road use. As a first general remark, our focus has been on vulnerable road users since they have not benefited from recent progress on road safety, something that is indicative of the weakness of previous approaches. On a safe infrastructure, most European roads must be systematically assessed and rated based on commonly agreed criteria, including infrastructure in urban areas which must be safe for vulnerable road users. Investments should be realized as a priority where there is the highest life-saving potential. On safe vehicles, we want advanced safety system that really works such an ambitious intelligent speed assistance. We ask for a type approval framework for new personal mobility devices and European guidelines on traffic rules and generally on their use. Looking at the future, we stress the need for a new harmonized regulatory framework for automated cars in order to safeguard that they will operate in a safe manner. On safe road use, which I would say is the focus of our recommendations, we propose that safe speed limits must apply for all different road types. An obvious example is the maximum speed of 30 kilometers in residential areas. On this issue, we expect a new guidelines from the Commission, which is long overdue as many cities are already moving forward. There is really no excuse on further delay as it would not be legally binding, but still it will show leadership and facilitate uptake by the ones that they won't do the right thing. A clear stance must be taken in favor of zero tolerance, drink and drunk driving for all drivers. We also must strengthen the efficiency of the existing framework for cross-border enforcement of road traffic offences. Introduce measures to tackle drivers' fatigue and improve the safety of delivery drivers. Enhance collaboration between road safety authorities and the health sector, and for compulsory first aid training for all drivers as part of the driving license directive. Ensure proper enforcement of road traffic rules as an essential element for safer road use. As at last point, transport infrastructure in dense urban areas must be reprioritized away from individual motorized transport towards public transport and other sustainable, safer and healthier transport modes such as walking and cycling. Dear Commissioner, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a crossroad regarding road transport. On road safety, we are at the beginning of a new decade with a renewed target and a new strategy. At the same time, the European Green Deal seeks a 90% reduction in greenhouse gas emission by the transport sector. Road transport for freight and passengers will not be in a few years as we know it today. There are very strong synergies to be explored between road safety and sustainability as well as public health, and we should explore them in a systematic way. Lower speed limits, improve road safety, air quality, and help us tackle climate changes, be it conventional vehicle or electric vehicle. Using more public transport has the same effects. It is high time that we moved from nice words to bold actions, because road safety is not just another political issue that we must appear to address. Tragedy strikes at a very personal level and none of us, our families or loved ones, are safe until everyone is safe, and this is the essence of Vision Zero that we all share. Thank you so much.
Dear Mrs. Kountoura, thank you very much indeed for that. Thank you for your nice words, but you're right about the bold actions. And we in the European Commission will take that very seriously. We want to work with you, our partners in the European Parliament, with the member states, with the regions, the cities across Europe, because we have to do better. I had the honour of coming to the TRAN committee last week, I think it was, to discuss your draft report, and I was struck by the unanimity of view, the near unanimity of view in the Parliament for your report, which I think testifies to how hard you've worked at it, but also to the essential wisdom of what you are proposing, and we very much look forward to its adoption.